Hello all, this is Dr. Rup Kumar. Welcome to another masterclass series from Dentospedia. Today we're dealing with the fourth session of oral radiology, and today's topic is about object localization techniques. Okay, and in our oral radiology, we commonly expose the teeth with X-rays, right? So during this process, we are projecting the X-rays onto a three-dimensional object. So the teeth are nothing but three-dimensional object, right? And the films are two-dimensional. They have only length and breadth. But our teeth has length, breadth, and thickness. So we don't get all the information related to the teeth when we are exposing to the X-rays because we are exposing three-dimensional object onto a two-dimensional film. So that's why we have to rely on certain techniques to get all the information, right? And these are the two techniques. These are right angle technique and tube shift technique, which is also called SLOB technique. In clinical practice, a dentist must often derive from a radiograph that is three-dimensional information regarding the patient's diagnosis. Okay, and we might use, we can't rely on single radiograph. We will use, different kinds of techniques to get all the information related to pathology. Okay, and so that we can diagnose the condition easily. And these are the techniques which we commonly use to localize certain pathology. Okay, and we already discussed, right? In radiographic image, we get only two-dimensional view. So in order to get, but our oral structures are three-dimensional. Even the mandible is three-dimensional. So in this process, there are certain conditions where a pathology location can be detected with the help of single radiograph. So that's why we have to rely on one or two radiographs to identify its location. Okay. And coming to the first technique, that is right angle technique. For example, you have taken the regular IOPA and you have seen a radiolucent structure in between the two premolars. So you can get information like, where it is present mesodistally in between the teeth. Okay, but you can't get information regarding its buccolingual position. Okay, and that is why we use another radiograph, that is occlusal radiograph commonly. And when we expose the same area of interest with occlusal radiograph, with occlusal projection, we will get the position of the pathology in buccolingual direction. Okay, it's just we are getting the another view of pathology. Okay, we are not relying on single image. Okay, and we are just getting another view from another angle. Okay, and this is right angle technique which we commonly use in clinical side. Okay, chair side techniques. And you can see this is an example of impacted canine. So in this IOPA, you can see there is a canine impacted. Okay, you can see it is present in between the, between these two teeth. But we don't get information related to its buccolingual position. And then we use the occlusal radiograph, and that's when you can observe it is kind of a lingual in position. Okay, this is another example of impacted canines. Okay, you can see in the AOPA it is the canine is impacted. Okay, and we don't get all the information because it is mainly giving about mesodistal position. But by taking occlusal radiograph, we can get the buccolingual position of the impacted canine. Okay, so by helping, by the use of these two radiographs, in our minds we can imagine the position of the canine three-dimensionally. Okay, and this is all about right angle technique. And coming to another technique, that is tube shift technique, which is also called SLOB technique. Okay, so consider there is a pathology, you have a doubt that there is a pathology periapically in the premolar region. So when you expose the X-rays, in the point of interest, here you can see there is a pathology here, on the apical side of the second premolar, mandibular second premolar. So we are getting the information, it is present in between the first premolar and the molar. So you can get all the information related to the mesodistal position of the pathology. But we are not getting the exact position buccolingually. Okay. So that's where we use this technique, tube shift technique. So here we are slightly tilting, we are sliding the cone towards one side, okay, and then we are exposing the same area of interest. And if you get, this kind of image, here this is the initial position, right? Initial position of the pathology. So when the tube is shifted towards left side, the pathology is also moving towards the left side. Okay, and when the pathology moves on the same side as the tube, okay, we can we can say it as we can say it as the pathology is present lingual to the tooth. Okay, and if the tube is moved in one direction and the pathology is moving in another direction, okay, here is the initial position of the pathology, right, on the apical side of the tooth. Here the pathology is moving away from the, it is moving like opposite direction to the tube shift direction. So we can say it is present buccally to the tooth. So when the pathology moves in same direction as the tube, it is present, we can say it is present lingual to the tooth, okay. And when the pathology is moving in opposite direction to the tube shift, that is the tube, we can say it is present buccally to the tooth, okay. And this is called SLOB rule, okay. So if the pathology moves in the same direction as the tube, it is lingual in position, and if the pathology moves in opposite direction as the tube, it is called buccal in position. Okay, and that's all about the object localization techniques, and we will meet again in the next video. Thank you.